Welcome to the final part of my Fall 2022 FabFitFun customizations. Why do I always mess that up? It's like I forget what I'm saying as I'm saying it. So now we are on customization number 5, starting off with the Skin Chemist London Pure Collagen Biphase Serum. This says it's good for fine lines, loose skin, dryness, improving appearance of skin's texture and firmness. Key ingredient, collagen. I've talked about this before. Collagen molecules are too big to penetrate the skin, so in my opinion, collagen serums and creams and stuff, any topical collagen isn't gonna do anything. So it's just gonna be superficial plumping. So I wouldn't select this. But if you're curious and you don't want anything else, you might as well. Just know that it might not work. Next up is the Black Pumpkin Fresh Peepers Eye Masks. Because of the pumpkin scent, I'm assuming this smells like pumpkin. I would usually get this, but I selected something else in this category. This says it has pumpkin extract, red algae, sodium hyaluronate, Ronjack roots. Don't know what that is. I have so many of these, I don't need them. They're always good for skin prep in the morning in my opinion, or to just give yourself a little under eye treat at nighttime when you're relaxing. Next up is by Glossier. It's the Bomb.com Birthday Gloss. I've read that it has a shimmer inside of it, hence the name Birthday, and why it has glitter on the packaging. And I also read on the website that it smells like vanilla buttercream. So if that's your thing, I suggest this one because lip balm is always a good thing to have. Next up is by Daily Concepts. It's a daily hair towel wrap in the color teal. This says it helps to reduce frizz, reduce hair drying time, and reduces the risk of split ends and excessive damage. Next up is a product that I actually really like and I have been using for the past year, and I got it out of the subscription box that shall not be named. These are by To The Market. It's wool dryer balls and you get 3 of them. These help reduce drying time, and since I've been using them, I find that when I take my clothes out of the dryer when it's done, that there is no leftover dampness that can sometimes occur with larger loads. So this is something that I do think is a great item to add to your laundry routine. Moving on to the item that I did choose. I did see this in a previous box and I didn't really know what to choose in this category, so this is kind of process of elimination. I chose this one. It's the Epere Milk Frother. I don't know if it's good product. I don't know how much I'm going to use this, but something that I don't have, might as well select it. And finally, it's another product that we've seen before, the Hocus Pocus baseball cap. Now on to customization number 6. First up is the thing that I did choose. It's by Mud Masky, the Vitamin A Booster Blue Clay Mask, and we're gonna go more into that when I receive it. Next up is another one by Mud Masky. It's the Pearl Polish Super Glow Pink Clay Mask. This one says it draws out toxins and improves both skin elasticity and cell renewal. Next up is by Dr. Brandt. It's the Hydrating Essence. I'm not sure what essences do. I think it has something to do with hydration support. I use amino acids for that, so this isn't something that I need. Next up is by Balance Me. It's the Wonder Eye Cream. I have like 3 things of eye cream, so I don't need this. This says it has hyaluronic acid, cucumber, aloe vera, chamomile. It cools, hydrates, and relieves puffiness on contact. Next up is a bundle, Daily Concepts and Spongel. Spongel is like the exfoliating sponge with shower gel in it that you just wet and use in the shower. It's basically a convenience product. The Daily Concepts part, you receive 2 different mitts. One is a hammam body mitt and a grooming hammam mitt. To explain what that is, it says the Daily Hammam mitt is inspired by a Turkish bath exfoliating mitt, also called hammam. Traditionally used to deeply exfoliate away dead skin, hammam is known to naturally improve the skin's overall texture and complexion by reducing acne, ingrown hairs, bumpy skin, and by stimulating lymphatic drainage and increasing blood circulation, leaving your skin feeling smooth, healthy, and radiant. The Grooming Mitt is a similar version of this larger hammam mitt, specially designed to treat more sensitive and harder to reach areas. So that doesn't sound bad. That sounds pretty good. Next up is something that we have seen before. I feel like I've said that a lot in these 3 videos. This Dojo collapsible cup with 4 reusable straws. Let me tell you something that happened to me today. Make sure you look inside your straws before you use them, because I almost got in a bit of extra protein today with my coffee. I always use a stainless steel straw to drink my coffee to try to keep my teeth as white as possible. When I took my first sip, I felt this thing pop into my mouth, and then I kind of touched it with my tongue and I was like, what is that? I immediately spat it out because I thought it was a spider, but it was actually worse. It was an earwig. I almost drank an earwig this morning. Anyway, I just thought I would throw that little story in. But yeah, this product looks decent for traveling. Moving on to another bundle. It's Craft Crush and Cloud Nola bundle. If you like embroidery, you have 2 options for that this month. So again, you get the Craft Crush embroidery kit. It's weird that it's offered in 2 different bundles this month. It sounds like they might have a surplus of them that they need to get rid of. And the Cloud Nola is a clock, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before. Moving on to the products that are unavailable as I'm going through this. It's the Indie Lee Squalane Facial Oil. I love squalane. I find that it really seals in moisture. If this becomes available, I would say that it's a good selection. Next up is another Indie Lee product. It's the Brightening Cleanser. And you can't really go wrong with cleansers. They're always good to have because you know it's a product that you're going to use. And finally is the Kate Somerville KX Active Concentrates Vitamin B3 Vitamin C Serum. And this is worth $98. Kate Somerville is a really good brand. The products are really nice. This says it visibly improves tone, texture, and clarity as it brightens skin. So if that comes back, I would say that's a really good option for this category, especially considering the price. And that's it for all my selections for this month's box. I had to go back and forth on this because I found that my original selections, when I went back and I did more research, I realized that they weren't the best things that I could get. I had a bit of trouble figuring out what I wanted for this box. But I guess that's also because I already have a lot, and because I've been a subscriber for, 3 years now? A lot of what is offered I feel like I already have or I don't need. But yeah, I didn't find any of it to be that exciting, though I know that the things that I'm gonna get I will like. I just find that FabFitFun kind of is losing its fun for me. You know what I mean? Although it is one of my favorite subscription boxes because I find that I do get really good quality items in it. I just feel I'm a little bored, but I know when I get the box I'm gonna be really excited. So let me know in the comment section below what you're selecting for customization 5 and 6. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.